showcasing local talent, professionals, and everyday people making Salt Lake City what it is today. It's time for another episode of the I Am Salt Lake podcast.
Welcome to episode 170 of the I Am Salt Lake podcast. My name is Chris Hollifield. I am your host. Welcome to the show. I got a great episode for you guys today. Ryan Prince and myself, we sat down with local stand-up comedians Jacob Leigh and Travis Tate, where we talk about a benefit show for the Road Home Homeless Shelter. It's going to be going on Thursday, June 4th at Wise Guys Comedy Club. The show starts at 7:30. Tickets are just $10. All proceeds go to the Road Home. We're going to be talking about that here in this episode in just a minute. But before I play that, I want to talk about Crucial Fest 5. It's going to be going on June 18th through the 20th. Great lineup of bands. You can find more out about this fest at crucialfest.com. Check out the complete lineup. I mean, we're talking Goatsnake, Dead Meadow, Royal Thunder, Rosetta, Giant Squid, as well as a whole bunch of great local Salt Lake City bands. One I know I'm excited about, Agape reunion show. I mean, we're talking they have not played in 10 years. Agape is going to be playing this year's Crucial Fest. Again, go to crucialfest.com, support them, buy your tickets early, mention that you heard about them on the I Am Salt Lake podcast. They are big supporters of this podcast, so give them some love. Check them out, crucialfest.com. Like I mentioned, Jacob Leigh, Travis Tate, both of them, they sat down with Ryan Prince and myself. We had a great conversation. It was great to catch up with them since the last time they've been on the show. All show notes for this episode can be found at iamsaltlake.com/170. Buy your tickets early for the benefit show for the Road Home Homeless Shelter. And speaking of the Road Home, make sure to subscribe in iTunes, because in a couple weeks, we're going to have another episode where we head down to the actual shelter in Salt Lake City and talk with those guys, find out more about the story, find out more about the Road Home. It's going to be a really good time. So with that being said, why don't you guys join me now as Ryan Prince and myself sat down with Travis Tate and Jacob Leigh at the American Musicians Radio Studio in Salt Lake City, Utah. Joining us today for episode 170, we have the beautiful Ryan Prince.
Hi, guys.
Co-host. How many episodes have you been co-hosting?
This is like
now?
8. I think this is 8.
8 episodes. We
Maybe
haven't
7.
we haven't really given a formal introduction for you. You're here permanent, right? Are you,
I really like this. I've been a fan forever. The
fact
that
I've
you're
been
letting me stay.
Yeah.
Just 'cause
I don't think he's letting you stay.
happy
It's just
every day.
because you're humongous and you could probably murder him.
It is a
I
threat
think that's
that
what it
I'm
is.
sure he feels.
Yeah, no. So you've stepped in as co-host for the podcast, and this will be a good opportunity to kind of I don't know. I mean, I don't know if people even really want to know anything about you. You know, maybe down the road.
That's what I've discovered so far, is that no one really cares, and I like it that way. It gives me something to do on
Do they
Monday
know what
nights.
you look like, though? I think people should start caring.
Chris posted one picture, and
Was it like your whole fucking Viking
it was the
body?
whole torso. It was big, dude. It was giant. Yeah.
How tall are you,
Big deal.
Ryan? How tall are you?
I'm 6'4" and a little bit.
6'4".
Just over 6'4".
And for people listening to the episode before this, we gathered you went to school to Weber.
Went to Weber State.
You played football.
That's why I went to Weber State.
Yeah.
Ended up having a great time. I'm go to Weber State just because it's amazing. But
I heard the chicks are hot.
it was really great environment for
I
chicks.
have a buddy going there right now. That's all I ever
Yeah,
talk to.
it's,
He says, chick fought. I'm like, shut up, dude.
Girls, don't let that dissuade you from going. Just
College
go
girls
join the
in Utah.
movement. Go join the movement.
I want to have an episode just you and I chatting, though.
We'll work that out.
All right, Travis, let's get out of here.
Ryan Prince.
All right. Thanks for having us.
I'm going to update the I Am Salt Lake.
You know what this is going to turn into is I'm going to turn the tables on your ass.
On me.
Yeah, you're going to
No,
get
he's
interviewed.
He's going to be
No,
you're going to come
more
clean with
Salt Lake
so much
you
info
are.
that
Well, no. So Ryan has, he's lived in the Salt Lake area for a while. He has a love of Salt Lake City, and I figured he would be an excellent person to co-host the podcast with. You were begging me for years. I mean, pretty much since the beginning that you wanted to sit in on a podcast episode.
I factored in a monthly budget to send you gifts to try and just woo you to let me be here. and it just worked out. It worked out, dude.
All you had to do is like 4 open mics, and you could have gone. Just saved you a few years.
That's a lot more scary.
That wasn't a shot at Chris. It was a shot at his guest.
No, I was proud of Chris, man. He's making it happen. I really love the tone of the podcast. It was a great thing.
Yeah,
it
was like episode 10. You started calling up the voicemail line.
just being
There's a voicemail.
Just a heavy breathing.
There's a voicemail for the I Am Salt Lake
if you wanna-
podcast. I need to
heckle,
start talking about it
wanna
more.
heckle?
Yeah, can we get some callers, please?
Is there a
So-
physical address for letters?
We should get a P.O. box or something.
Yeah.
Those are the voices. Who do we have on the podcast today, Ryan? We have Jacob Leigh
Yo, what up?
and Travis Tate.
Hello.
They have been on, I should have looked up what episode you guys were on.
I think I was like 100 or something, somewhere around
No,
there.
I know you were on episode 100.
Not 100. I said around 100.
And then Travis, he was on an episode, but they've come on. We're gonna talk and have fun, catch up. But Travis is doing a benefit show.
That's right.
Are you kind of the guy who organized it then?
Yeah, more or less.
More or
behind
less.
the scenes, yeah.
Why don't you talk to us about that, Travis? What do you have going on?
What we're doing on June 6th at Wise Guys West Valley, we're
Now,
going
is
to...
it June 4th, actually? Or is
Yeah,
it
you're right. June 4th.
June 4th, okay.
That's why we brought you. June 4th, Wise Guys West Valley. We're going to be putting on a benefit show for the Road Home. If you don't know what the Road Home is, it's a homeless shelter in Salt Lake, and they do a lot of good work. Takes a lot of money to be able to housing people, and we got the numbers here. But we're just going to try and raise some money for them. I mean, they do a big benefit around Christmas time. They raise quite a bit of money, but I know they lag for donations in the summer, so I thought this might be a great way to be able to raise some money for them. So we're hoping people will come out and check out. It's going to be a great lineup.
So you were you just sitting around one night?
It's just a thing. I've been there. I've done a couple things at the Road Home.
And so that was kind of the reason.
You've sold
Yeah.
some drugs there?
Yes.
Where is the Road Home's down by the Gateway for people
it's
that
on,
don't know.
But fourth.
They put it there
West,
before
maybe?
they decided to develop there, and now
Yeah.
they're like, ah, shit.
That area gets
How did Gateway-
sketchy to go, though. I mean, it's...
I'll be honest. One time we were
Yeah.
there, we were dropping off clothes. We collected a bunch of clothes. It was for a kid's Eagle Scout project, and it was a really foggy morning. And I got a carload of boys, and there's just it's kind of the roughest of the homeless guys, kind of shuffling through the middle of the street. And one of them said, "This is like The Walking Dead."
It's pretty it's pretty brutal.
It actually was. I mean, it's a rough life.
So June 4th, 7:30, Wise Guys West Valley.
That's right.
How much are tickets to get
Tickets are $10, and it goes
Cheap
straight
date.
to it goes straight to the Road Home.
All $10.
All $10 goes right to the Road Home.
That is
goes right in their
That's actually
pockets.
a really good deal. I mean, considering for the show, $10 going to the Road Home.
And it's a great lineup. It's like,
Do you want to go down the complete? Will you know
yeah,
who's
might as well.
doing it?
I'm going to be hosting it. Jacob Leigh, who's with us here, is
Yo.
going to be on it. We're going to have Spencer King, Mike Anderson. He's on KSL 5. He's a reporter, but he also does stand up. He's really funny. Rodney Norman, Jay Whitaker, Guy Seidel, and Keith Stubbs. So that's
solid lineup.
that's all people that have headlined.
Sarah, who's Jay Whitaker? I don't know that.
Jay, yeah.
And I think pretty much every person that you've named has been on the I Am Salt Lake podcast.
I think so.
If I have the time, maybe I can get each episode linked so you can go back and listen to each one of these people.
My episode's 114. I just Googled
Jacob,
right.
episode 114. That
Wow.
was a while ago, and I was
man.
giving Jacob a lot of shit for his beard, which I was
it was like
hoping-
just after I cut it too.
Yeah, and I was
huh?
hoping you would grow it back.
No,
and now you just produce really shitty music videos getting pizza.
Hey, they're not shitty, man. They're fucking funny.
Have you seen Brian? Have you
Teenage
seen
girls
his?
love him.
Have you seen his music?
have
The
a huge
teenage
following?
the teenage girls loved my what was it, the Pitch Perfect one.
Yeah.
Because I posted that on my Instagram, and then there's a Pitch Perfect account that found it, and they were like, hey, we want to repost this onto ours. So I was like, hell yeah. They had like 20,000 followers. So I was like, yeah, of course you can do it. And then they reposted it. And then I was starting to look like it got like 5,000 likes. So I was going through to see what kind of people were liking it. All of them were kids. I was like, this is weird.
Explain to me how does it work to make one of those music videos? I've never
Dub smashes?
Yeah.
Well, it's just an app that's like, they have all those like set up. So you could just go through and find whatever sound that you want. And then it cuts to like the video part. And then you just mouth it pretty much. And I do that. I was doing that before it was even a thing. Like you mouth like, and they have, it's not even just songs. Like they have like just clips from movies.
Okay.
And I've done millions of, not millions, but I've done tons of them. I've done millions.
I
of
have
them.
no life.
He drives for a living.
I have a lot of goddamn free time. So, and when this app came out, and I was like, I do this anyways. Like, because before I'd be listening to a song on the radio, and I'd just be recording myself. And then when that song's over, I'm like, well, that video didn't get made. So when this came out, you can just keep doing it. Like, it's just the same thing over and over again. You can just stop. You can redo it.
Perfect it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I need to play around with it. I mean, yours
so
are
much
perfect.
fun,
yours are
dude.
perfect. I don't know if
It's
that's
so
just
much
He
fun.
had to order 47 pizzas to get that one right, though.
No, the one that one took off on I wasn't even gonna post it on Facebook. Like it was Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You, and I answered the door to the pizza guy standing there doing that dub smash. So I put it on my Instagram. Some of my followers were like, "Yeah, this is awesome. It's funny." People were tagging other people. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I was like, "Well, the last one that I put on Facebook, nobody gave a shit." It was like the Kevin Hart bit where he's like telling his teacher off, where he's like, "My mom told me to tell you to mind your damn motherfucking business." I did that one with my cat, and I posted that one on Facebook. Nobody gave a shit about it, pretty much. And then everybody else was like, yeah, it sucks. So when I posted that pizza one, it went viral. It has almost 7,000 views on it. And like 50 or 100 people shared it. And like people were tagging other people in it. And I was like, holy shit, I didn't know like I would ever create anything that people would like that much. And it wasn't even me that they liked. Like, they liked the fucking pizza guy standing there with a blank look on his face, like, what the fuck is going on?
What did the pizza guy say?
Nothing.
Like, did he have any idea what you were doing?
No, I answered the door that way. Like, I ordered a pizza, and I was like, oh, this will be funny. So I did it, and then he just looked at me weird, and then I was like, $10 sound good? I'll tip you $10. And then he's like, thanks, and then he, like, walked away. I was like, cool.
So the biggest question I think a lot of us have is, what kind of pizza did you order?
I don't remember what it was.
Vegan.
No, it wasn't vegan. You can't get vegan from Pizza Hut. Dude, I'm a huge Pizza Hut supporter. They started following me on Twitter, thanks to Sasha. No, okay, there's a lot with that. I started tweeting at Pizza Hut because I order Pizza Hut so much, just because it's close and it's good.
But there's so many better pizzas out there.
Right, but I like Pizza Hut. I don't know why. I just, like, I don't have to go. Like, if I want good pizza, I'll have to go somewhere to get good pizza. Like, everywhere else, they don't deliver to my house because where I live. The only one that's good that I like is Pizza Hut that delivers to my house.
And by that time of day, you're done driving.
I'm done driving.
There's lots of good pizza places.
Well, I don't know if it's I live in Capitol Hill, like across the street from Capitol Hill. Yeah, like Capitol.
That's not that far away
Sorry.
from things.
Yeah, I know, but it's a hill, and then I got to drive. I don't have insurance. Travis picked me up to come here, so you know what? And I drive for a living. I don't want to fight traffic all day. I could have given you
a ride, Jacob,
and then fucking drive to go get pizza when I can be like, oh, fuck it, somebody can come to me. But
how often do you eat pizza every week?
I don't know. It's usually like every other
I look
week.
like I eat it a lot, but
it's like every other week. I've lost like 35 pounds.
I actually had pizza for breakfast.
Yeah,
I wasn't getting on anything. I was just curious how much pizza.
No, I do, dude. I eat a lot of pizza, man. I love it. I always have. But it started like this whole thing with Pizza Hut. Like, I've always liked pizza. I never really cared. I'd always go for whatever. But it started more with Pizza Hut.
This episode brought to you by Pizza Hut.
Yeah, I was going to say, here we go on like a 15-minute tangent about pizza.
Domino's.
You fucking brought it up. This is what's going to happen. So one day I ordered pizza, and I've been trying to act really, like, I've been trying to be more active on Twitter because I've been gaining like some followers. So I've been always trying to, like, I'm trying harder to be
How many
funnier.
followers do you have now, Jacob?
I don't know. I haven't looked. Do you want me to look? I can look. I can look right now. My phone's right here.
Everybody should know.
Can we get to the point about Pizza Hut? So
I'm kind of over it, guys.
One night, but this is how it started.
I feel like I've eaten Pizza Hut.
I have 1,606 followers. Louis Anderson started following me today. Not to drop a name.
Hey, Jacob, you want to come over?
Yeah.
Todd Glass follows me.
I just want to get to the tweet. Like,
Really?
Highlight him
That's
on
an impressive follow.
Does he really follow you?
Todd
Ryan?
Glass is the man.
Who? Todd Glass?
Yeah.
Jim Gaffigan follows the I Am Salt Lake.
No way, Jim. What's up?
Yeah. Maybe he listens.
He's like,
to
I
it.
don't listen, but
Sit on a Cinnabon.
Yeah.
well, if he's listening, can we talk about pizza more? Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
I think we should talk about Hot Pockets if he's.
No, he's been there, done that.
Dude, he's
But
funny.
the whole thing started with Pizza Hut. My 5th time trying to get there was I was like, I just tweeted at Pizza Hut randomly, and I was like, I eat Pizza Hut so much they should put me in their commercials. Like, just stupid joke. Pizza Hut wrote me back and they're like, we'll think about it. And I was like, so ever since then, I've been bugging them. It's like, so what's up with those commercials? Can I be in those commercials? Yeah, I'll be the Pizza Hut guy. What's up? And it just became a thing. And then Dub Smash came out, and then I started Dub Smashing when Pizza Hut guys would deliver. I did another one. I don't know how many views.
You've had a few with your pants down. That's kind of.
I've had one with my pants down. My profile picture on my Facebook is with my pants down. So you're just that's what you're thinking about.
Maybe I just stared at it a little too long.
Hey man, I got bored one day.
You need to do some squats.
That's what somebody else said, and I was like, "You're staring at my ass way too much to be like he should be doing squats."
I got a question for you, Jacob. I got a couple.
Mm-hmm. We got a question.
We just met. I'm casing your Twitter feed here.
Yeah, that's me.
He wasn't kidding, you guys. 1606. Let's get that up.
Yeah, follow.
How many pounds have you? Okay, you got a banner picture here. Mm. How many pounds heavier were you in that picture?
In that picture?
Yeah,
I was probably like 5 or 8 pounds heavier in that picture.
Much more pizza going on in that picture.
Yeah.
What's the difference between you're a JAKOB?
Because there's a million Jacob Lees, and I couldn't find a Twitter handle. So I was like, let's do a K. And then I was like, oh, that's not a thing.
So legally, it's with a C.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then
I was like, I should just change it to a K because that's probably not a thing. Because obviously, it's like my Twitter and my Instagram.
Make it a CK
since
you're a comedian.
Do you often look in the mirror and have to debate whether you look closer to Ryan Gosling or Lance Bass?
I get right, dude. I've never got Lance
Which one do you
Bass.
choose? Dude, I'm in a bearded Lance Bass.
I've never looked in the mirror and been like, man, I look like this guy. But a local comedian guy said, oh, you might have heard of him. He's the one that gave me the best compliment ever. He goes, you look like Ryan Gosling if he's just a normal fat guy. I was like, I'll fucking take it. Like, that's a compliment.
Here you go. Look him up.
I just need to get some abs going. I need to stop pizza and stop drinking beer, and then maybe abs will just form.
It's too many carbs.
I tweet a lot about abs,
okay,
too.
I invented a thing I haven't really told anybody about. It's called Car Crunch Club. Maybe you can help it go viral. But if you're driving all the time, and you just maybe put it in cruise control.
I do that with my calves.
Do some pikes and stuff,
Because I drive all day. I drive with my toes, and it's making my calves like crazy fit. It's weird. I started it one day just like being bored.
Yeah.
And then I noticed, I was like, it's actually kind of working.
I'm just ridiculously obese, and it makes my calves.
You're not that
huge.
obese. Like, you're not, like, I've seen bigger.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I've seen fatter people,
I've seen like real obese people.
Like, you don't grunt when you sit down.
What's the process been?
When you sit down?
Have you always been this fat?
Oh, I've been way fatter. I've been over 300.
Nice, dude.
Years of football, man.
Right
Years of football.
There you go.
You know how.
So
it
how
is.
you doing,
Weight
Travis?
gainer.
I'm not going to sit there and pick on you.
So I was going to tell you about Little Caesars, and just kidding.
They suck. I love Little Caesars.
So I want to talk
Can
to
we get
Travis
pizza after
now. Actually, speaking of pizza buffet. Is there any pizza buffet bars in town?
I don't think that's a thing here.
There was one in Layton.
We've got a Pizza Hut one in
Godfathers are all
Twilla
closed.
still.
Really?
There was one in Davis
hated
County, the
Godfather.
Hungry Bear.
Yeah.
It was an all-you-can-eat pizza buffet up in Layton,
And then
by the
somebody
Walmart
died
up
of,
there,
like, cholera.
by the Savers up there,
Died of cholera.
and because that's your old stomping grounds, right,
Yeah.
Jacob? Up in Davis County.
That's where,
mosquito
that's where I
bite?
grew up. That's where I went to high school.
Yeah.
Layton.
Layton.
Yeah, you pronounce it like such an outsider.
Layton. Layton. Grew up in Layton. Yeah, and I don't think anybody knows that I'm from Layton. I think this is probably the first time.
I think we talked
anybody's
about
ever
it
said
maybe
anything.
on episode 114. that
Really?
you were
I don't
on.
remember. It was such a long time ago.
Well, people listening now, Jacob is from Davis County. So, anyways, back to
I'm from Layton.
Back to
Everybody's like,
Travis.
We don't care.
How's everything going in the comedy world for you?
It's going great. I can't complain at all. Lots of stuff going on. Getting
You should
some
tweet Pizza Hut.
I don't bother with Twitter. I've got like 213 followers on
Well,
Twitter.
see,
It's really sad.
You start talking about pizza, people start following you.
But
That's
don't
a
you
secret.
want people to do?
Yeah, of course I do, but I want it to be like natural too. You know what I mean? I don't want to get all those Twitter bots and the porn bots and all.
Well, how
that
do you
stuff.
get that? Because
I don't know.
Followers. I think mine are real, man.
there are people out there that buy them.
Is there a way you can buy?
Yeah, well, you used to be able to. I don't know if you still can, but
Now I'm like, maybe I can get more.
yeah, you
Whoa.
could buy Twitter
Have you jumped on board the whole Snapchat?
I just got a
craze?
follower.
No, I don't
Ryan.
Snapchat.
You know, because I know Jacob Snapchats. I know Ryan Snapchats.
I'm not going to follow you back.
I think I'm too old to
Don't do it.
Snapchat.
Not until I deserve it.
How are you? Okay, so this is an ever like People say, "Oh, I don't get Snapchat. I'm too old
I
for
get it.
Snapchat."
I just don't need to use it.
Listen, just take under your belt,
Yeah, exactly.
get out your camera.
Snapchat's fun.
Dude,
just
Snapchat is a blast, man.
It's fun.
It's a great way to tell stories on the fly.
Yeah,
There-
man.
okay, if nobody understands Snapchat, go to YouTube, type in Casey Neistat Snapchat or Snapchat Casey CASEY, and you'll see it. He does a story on the influence and the effect that it has on this next generation of people coming up.
I'll
Plus,
have
you
to
can always
check it
connect
out.
through the
I'll
new
have-
media. Any new media that comes out, you can get to people easier.
I love that you get Snapchat, Ryan, because a lot of people, I feel like I have to explain it, or I'm some teenage girl that's sending nudies, and it's so much further.
Well, just
like
stop
than
tucking
that.
it back.
So,
Are you
so
snapping?
I should be.
Jacob
Huh?
just snapped.
I'll snap right now. I'll snap this. It'll be fun.
So I should get on it. Is that what you're saying?
It's
Not
dude.
necessarily.
I don't know. I have a lot of this
Snapchat,
stuff
Vine, all
just
that stuff.
because I have a lot of free time.
I don't even
And
think
it's
I don't
fun.
even think it has anything to do with free time. I think it's just part of. I mean, you're building a fan base as a comedian,
Right.
I think, and I think it's just all about being connected to your fan base, in my opinion.
In as many ways as possible.
Absolutely,
Right.
So you have this show you're hosting on the 4th of June,
Right.
the Thursday. Have you been doing many other shows besides that, Travis? or-
Just a lot of weekends at
Bitch.
Wise Guys, doing a few things out of
Sorry, I was
state.
Snapchatting.
Have you been getting out of state performing?
You know, been up to Wyoming.
Yeah.
Went out to Colorado last year. That was pretty cool.
Because if I remember correctly, when I had you on before, you're a family man.
Yeah, I've got
You know?
I've got a wife and 3 kids, so that kind of puts a cramp in going around
And Snapchat.
going bar to bar and Snapchatting. Yeah, the way that Jacob Snapchats.
You could Snapchat with your children.
I've talked to the waitresses at Wise Guys. I know how he Snapchats.
Hey, that was one, and they asked for it.
There's probably
They
tons of
asked for
comedy
it.
in the house. Though.
She was asking for it.
They were asking.
All right,
for
Bill
it.
Cosby.
So when are you guys coming
Well, I
out?
didn't like rape her. Jesus.
So when are you two coming out with podcasts? Every other comedian. I
I'm
saw.
not.
know.
I'm not coming out with a podcast. Sorry,
I've been
guys.
trying to
I'm
talk
not
him
going
into
to.
it. We're like the odd couple of comedy.
talking to
here
me
in-
into
here
it?
in Salt Lake. Yeah, we talked about it a couple times.
Would you do a podcast, Jacob?
I don't think so.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I don't think it's for me. I don't know. I'll be on podcasts. I think they're fun to do, but I don't want to host one.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Unless it's about Pizza Hut.
The Pizza Hut podcast. I think it would be great.
And all we do is just order Pizza Hut. And then
just need to
interview
get
the and
a
then
PR firm
and
for
then
you.
interview the delivery guys.
I think I want to piggyback on somebody for a little while and just get a feel for it, but I'd like to do one.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I
So is it
miss
worth
going
doing
there.
a podcast?
Is that
That's what I'll ask you. Do you
Yeah.
enjoy? Do you still enjoy doing it? I know you took a little
Well, so I took
sabbatical.
I took a sabbatical.
Did you miss it?
Surprisingly, I did.
That's good.
There was a part of me when I took a break. I was to work on some other projects, and I didn't miss having to organize a show every week. I didn't
Right.
miss having to find somebody to come on. I didn't miss that stuff or editing a podcast but there was a part of me I missed talking with people. I missed the conversations. I missed getting to know people, even like you two. I probably would have never have gotten to know either one of you or Ryan
True.
or John Farmer here where we're recording. And so, yeah, there was a part of me that missed it. And so, I would get emails or text messages. When are you bringing the show back? When are you bringing the show back? I said, you know what? What the heck? Let's bring it back. I mean, it was always my intention to bring it back.
Right.
But I think I take 7 months off from doing it.
It was a little while.
And-
We thought Christopher James killed it.
Was he one of the
He
last?
was one of like second to last. I think it was like Christopher James and Fulk
I'm supposed to be
Hogan.
on his podcast.
I like Christopher James.
Yeah.
He's an awesome guy.
No, I'm. Hey, you know what?
And he had a great
I want to
story
be on
on
his
the podcast,
podcast
I
because
gotta
his
say.
is about like movies and stuff.
Oh, dude,
And
I was
I'm
on.
such a movie.
Are you signed up to be on one of his episodes?
Do you have to sign up? I don't know. He keeps like
Yeah, he's asked
he keeps
me.
like asking me. He asked me last night actually, and today while I was at work, I was like, I got to get my list of 20 movies together so I can be like, hey, I'm not
20 movies.
Yeah, it's just so we could pick from them. But I was
okay.
like, I need to do that tonight so I can get my list going for him. And then Travis is like, hey, do you want to do the I Am Salt Lake? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, sorry. I got something else
20
going on
movies
again.
is too
All right,
monotonous.
let's practice. You got like a top 3 real quick.
No, I don't.
Movie-wise,
I have
prepared?
about 300 DVDs, and I probably have a top 50 that I love. I can't narrow it down to like 20. I'm like, I could maybe do that. But I know if I get them all together, I'm going to be like, shit, I missed one.
Top 3 all-time favorite movies, Jacob.
Top 3?
Yeah.
I can't do top 3, man.
Top 5?
Okay, we'll go with
Top 3 that you quote. What do you quote the most?
Oh man, I quote a lot.
Top 3 adult films.
I'm like, what was it?
Top
It was
adult film quotes.
I actually have a tattoo of one of my favorite movies. 3 Ninjas. I have a tattoo of it. It's on my leg.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
I could show you.
You should.
I could show you guys for the podcasters.
Give a snap
For the podcasters watching, you can see my
Hold on.
Oh no, he kicked my microphone
My bad.
stand.
right there.
Jeez.
It's the dummy from 3 Ninjas where the eyes light up and then a banner underneath it that says "Light up the eyes, boys." If anybody's ever seen that movie, it makes sense.
I saw it like
It's
20
so,
something
dude,
years
I
ago.
love the movie. Like, it's one of my favorite movies. Like, that's for sure. I can say that. That and like
Those kids are my
that
age
and
now.
Ninja Turtles are like like that. They're up there in the top 5.
Those kids have to shave their ear hair now.
Oh, dude, I love that movie. Light up the eyes, boys. You know what scene I'm talking about at the end of the movie when the 3 kids are fighting the fat like Chinese guy, and then they're like, "Boys, remember the plastic dummy or the practice dummy?" And then he goes, "Yeah." He's like, "Light up the eyes, boys." So I got a tattoo of the dummy, and then it says "Light up the eyes, boys."
So for people listening, I'm going to put that picture
Google it.
on the show notes for this episode. So go check it out. Jacob Lee rolled his pants up. It was
funny.
sexy.
I also
This
want
is
you to
what
put this
actually-
picture I'm sending you right now of yourself wearing your $4 radioactive headphones.
Dude, Zag actually sent me these headphones.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
For anyone at Zag, keeps
They're
doing all the
supposed to be
great
high
work.
quality, right?
Yeah, so
Zach?
they
They're
sent them to
probably
me
amazing.
because they contacted me about the podcast. They're
Do
like,
they make
"Oh."
TVs?
Yeah, so if you want to wear these headphones and I typically don't wear them, but I put the other microphone. The
Zag,
other
I'm
headphones.
sorry for talking shit on your headphones.
No, this is yeah. So
But still, those are
okay, Travis, what are your top 3
Radioactive.
favorite movies?
Gal.
See, it's
I
hard.
think last time I was on, I said Empire Strikes Back. That hasn't changed. Maybe I might have to go 5. I kind of like the geeky stuff, so I would probably say Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I love it.
Dumb and Dumber's got to be up there. Still
Love
love
it.
that movie.
See, it's so hard.
What?
It's so hard. There's so many
Yeah,
good
I know.
movies.
Maybe Return of the King.
All right,
And this one's corny, but Up. I love Up. Dude.
I kind of love Monsters Inc. You can have that. You
I
can
like
have a pass.
what is it? The Incredibles. So I'm
Incredibles is awesome, too.
I already referenced it
You did.
earlier to him.
There you go. You got movies on the brain coming in.
Yeah, dude, movies.
Up
are
made me
fun.
cry like a little girl twice.
What?
And I have a little girl, so I can say that.
I've only cried over one movie, and that was it was the new one that came out. Was it the?
Yeah, I
The
don't
Judge?
cry
The
normally at
Judge?
all.
I don't, dude. I've never
I'm
cried.
pretty much dead
I've never
inside.
cried during a movie in my entire life. I've never got a little,
dead inside.
never got a little tear, never
true.
got nothing. I'm the same way. But for some reason, that who was it? Robert Downey Jr. and what's his name in The Judge?
Robert Duvall.
Yeah, dude. Oh man, that got to me. Maybe because I have daddy issues. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Or I miss
could
my
be it.
father that passed away when I was 19. But that could be it. But it got
Fair.
to me, man.
It's fair.
Wait, which dad was that?
My-
That was the stepdad?
My stepdad is the
Okay,
one.
right.
My stepdad's the one that raised me, the one that I love. My real
Right.
dad's probably alive. I don't know.
He's probably listening to the podcast.
Give me his
Probably-
name. I'll look him up.
He lives in Tooele.
I'll go knock
or
on
no,
his
he
door
did
and
live
say,
in
"I'm
Tooele.
Jacob."
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Jacob.
Speaking of
He probably
Tooele,
wouldn't recognize me. I don't know. He's a prick. Sorry. That's never came out anywhere.
This is probably the most random podcast episode.
I hate my dad.
If I did a podcast, this is how I would want it to be, though. Just random
This is
stuff.
good, but that makes it so much fun.
I like different things.
well,
Yeah.
if your
You guys
dad
listen
worked
to-
at the Miller Motor Sportsway, he's fired.
Yeah, they're shutting
He's
that down.
fired.
Yeah,
I know a
in
few
Salt Lake
people
news,
that-
we got a world-class racetrack available for management. If anyone wants to bring your big dollars in and let me drive on it once a week in your fast cars,
That'd be awesome.
I live in Grantsville.
Seriously, your dad's fired,
It's
though.
been a big news week for Grantsville.
I bet.
Sports park
Not
shutting
cool.
down.
Didn't somebody die or get
yeah.
murdered out there?
Somebody tried to burn a body up in one of the canyons.
Oh,
and,
and there was a body in the suitcase by Salt.
That was on I-80,
Yeah.
wasn't it? By
Yeah, but still on the way to
yeah.
Grantsville.
Yeah, that was. We had our barbecue
That's like
restaurant
some Las
burned down
Vegas
too.
like mafia shit.
It's a big day. It's a big week for us.
That's insane. We're getting tough out here in Salt Lake.
We're just gonna get a news station.
Or people are just passing through that are tough.
Look up
yeah.
Grantsville on the map. It's 35 miles west. So
I've
Yeah.
been to Grantsville.
It's 15 miles northwest of Tooele. That's it. I hate telling people
valley's
that's where I'm
15
from.
miles wide.
Yeah, it's a big valley.
Now we got a helicopter coming after us.
Hey, man, I love it.
It's the emergency vehicle podcast.
Okay, so the last time you guys have been on the show, where do you think like the comedy scene now compared to then? You think it's going in the best direction it could?
I think it's going in a good direction. I feel like it's growing. Like there's more people coming to the scene that are actually taking it. It's narrowed for us because like it's Trolley closed, and then Ogden they only do one show a night. So up in Ogden it's just 8:00 Friday and Saturday. So everybody's
more people doing it.
More people doing it.
Less
more
time.
people, and then there's just less time now. So it's like it's getting harder for time. And I don't know. I miss Trolley. So much. I loved that club. That's where I started.
A lot of us started at Trolley.
I love Trolley Square.
Well, hopefully they open up a Wise Guys downtown.
I've heard some stories that they're figuring some stuff out.
Have you been to 50 West there? I know they're doing some comedy stuff there.
No.
Just curious if you've been there.
I did perform there when it was technically associated with Wise Guys. It was the worst room I've ever performed in ever. And I've done private things for like retirement homes where they had a line of walls with walkers that had tennis balls on them.
Yeah.
And people yelling, "You're talking too loud, be quiet," or "I can't hear you, talk louder." Still better than doing shows at 50 West.
Yeah.
It was there was the worst energy. I can't even describe how bad it was.
Fair enough. I haven't had an opportunity to go there yet. There's been a couple of events. I wanted to go
everything they do there is free, pretty much.
I wanted to go see
check it out.
Too Short was there a couple weeks ago. Maybe, sometime in April. I don't know if you guys ever grew up listening to Too Short.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Sounds familiar.
I had a Too Short CD.
I grew up. That was my roots. Was rap, dirty, filthy rap.
Oakland rap.
Yeah,
It was Two Live Crew. Just the.
I remember sneaking out of my house and my friend down the street had some rap we'd listen to. We grew up pretty rap free environment in our home.
I think I've still got NWA cassette tapes somewhere in my basement. I used to listen to them on the way to football games.
Have you
Going
seen
down
the,
and shooting
the
hoops and listening to
preview
Snoop Dogg?
for the
It's felt
new
such a rebel.
NWA movie? Have you seen the preview?
No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. I think it comes out in August.
Is it a documentary or
It's
is it
kind of a
actors?
documentary. I think
Like what they did with Biggie.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I definitely want to go check that out opening week.
How tough were you growing up, Chris?
How tough was I?
Yeah.
How many gangs were fighting?
Seemed like just a sweetie, man. You're probably like the nicest kid on the block.
I
dude.
was probably the biggest weenie out there. Like seriously,
Just
I
nice.
I was too.
Yeah, I mean,
I listened to rap when I was a kid. I think it's just like like a little white boy kind of thing.
You want to connect?
I want to be tough.
all my friends listened to it, so I listened to it. And then my brother, I think I was about 14 when my brother got me into like punk rock and all of that. And
So I was around the same age.
started,
12, 13.
taking me to shows, and Violent Femmes was the first concert I ever
Oh,
went
I
to.
love Violent
What was
Femmes.
your first CD you
Still
ever
love
bought?
What was the
Do
first
you remember
CD?
your first CD when they came out and they're in the long sleeves?
Well, I used to, so we used to order, remember when you'd order like 8 from BMG?
yeah.
And
Oh, when
then-
you game the system
Yeah.
repeatedly?
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you would send it to your neighbors because we lived in an apartment
Yeah, I
building
just changed my name
down
a
in
little bit.
Provo, and we would know all the vacant apartments, and so we'd get them mailed there and get like.
So then you had the whole Stone Temple Pilots selection.
I was
Pearl
never-
Jam.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was later
And all
on. I went
REM.
through my grunge
What else did
years.
they have on that?
Gosh, I can't remember. My first CD was probably like a Violent Femmes or
Mine
a
was
Social
Wayne's
Distortion
World.
or Wayne's World.
The Wayne's World soundtrack. It was also the first VHS I got.
First CD ever.
Mine was.
I think mine was actually a
Might Be
Sandler
Giants, yeah.
album.
They're still good. I
My
like
second, I bought Queen the next day. Greatest hits in the maroon, just belting Bohemian Rhapsody.
There you go.
Wayne's World.
Yeah,
yeah. Awesome.
What was your
Awesome.
guys'
Mid-range.
first live show, like concert?
Mine was Metallica. Pearl Jam.
Mine too. I didn't want to say it. Mine was Pearl Jam.
Really?
I was like, I don't even remember. I was like,
Do you guys
Junior
remember
high, I
the
think.
infamous Pearl
Where was
Jam
it?
show that
I don't
got canceled?
remember.
It got rained out.
The what one?
Where was that?
It was
at?
up at Wolf Mountain.
Yeah, I went to the makeup one. It was the day I got my ears
I went to the
pierced.
makeup one too. Because I was supposed to go to
did
that
you guys
one.
just become best friends?
Yeah. What? I was supposed to go to the rained out one. My brother and my wife's brother, we weren't married at the time, stole my tickets and went. And then it just poured rain. It was karma. So
what
they
he
got
gets.
rained out
That's
and they
what
had
he
to
gets.
walk back.
Do you
to
remember
Park
at the
City.
makeup concert when he's like, Dennis Rodman told me to tell y'all to fuck off?
Yeah.
I also remember at that one
He seemed pretty out of it.
yelling.
Like, he was
drinking
drunk.
wine from the bottle.
he was
the whole
really
time.
drunk.
Yeah, he wanted to party.
Didn't he have like it was
I think I was in
It
seventh
was either
grade.
the day before. It was either October 30th or November 1st So he was wearing like a big Halloween mask at the very beginning. Do you remember that?
Nope.
No. Veruca Salt opened
I remember
for
I
him.
parked.
Do you remember that?
I remember I parked like there wasn't like this sweet gondola system they got at the canyons right now. Like I parked and hiked like 7 miles uphill to get to
wow.
It was so far away.
See, and the only concert I remember at Wolfman, I saw Metallica. Alice in Chains opened up for him. This was
Nice.
like the original Alice in Chains. Suicidal Tendencies. I mean, this was like an incredible, back in the 90s, I think it was.
Dude, I remember I think Tommy Boy had come out because he hadn't played Rearview Mirror yet
Okay.
at this Pearl Jam concert back in the day. And I was like, by this point, like second row because I weaseled my way up there. And I had earrings and I was now like fully legit rebel, right?
Yeah.
And I was just screaming at him to play Yellow Ledbetter. I mean, sorry, to Rearview Mirror. I was like, play Rearview Mirror for the love of God. In my best Tommy Boy impression. But he did it. He started out really slow because you guys know that song goes dun 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 dun. He started out dun 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 and went into it, and it was one of the best moments of my concert life. You've asked this question to almost everybody. It was like one of my best moments ever. I was like this far away from Eddie Vedder. He just played it for me. I knew he loved me.
I think it tells a lot about people what kind of live music they go see, you know, what they waste their money on, what they spend their money
What
on.
you
Going to
waste your
see
money
Third Eye Blind at Deviate.
Yeah.
Do you waste your money on that?
What's your first concert? Dixie Chicks.
I didn't even know
I hate
who
country.
Pearl Jam was. I got dragged by a friend.
Yeah, mine
And I was like,
Metallica.
cool. I'm like, I
And-
don't know what's going on.
And then they played Corduroy, and your head just exploded with
I never became a
a
Pearl
music-gasm.
Jam fan.
No?
Never?
Never.
Get out.
I think they're great now. Their new stuff is
I've never
good.
been like a music person. Like
I think they're better
I don't go
now than
look
they
for
were
music. And
20
then
You know what's
years ago.
cool?
Like,
You've made it this far, been happy, successful, and you've never got. There's a whole new world thing to unfold for you.
No. Like I have music. There's music that I like. There's bands that I buy every
Whitney
album.
Houston.
Whitney Houston. I just
NSYNC.
oh my gosh. But it's like I never went and searched for music like other people did. They're like, I'm all about music. Music's my life. And it was never like that with me.
It
It's
didn't
like,
define you.
no, it was more like friends would be like, hey, you should listen to this band. And then I'd be like, all right. And they'd be like, oh, that band's kind of cool. And then like, that's how I find music. Like,
That's why we
music
liked rap when we
finds
were young.
me.
Yeah, but don't you? Okay, so do you ever meet people like I meet people that are like, oh, like you'll say, well, what do you listen to? And you find out that they've never owned a complete album, they've never owned a CD. They just don't care about it. They just don't listen to it. And
See, that's how I was.
how do you exist?
Radiohead has a point when they're like, we don't like put our stuff on iTunes because we want them to listen start to finish all the way through. I mean, it's kind of pie in the sky because we all skip through CDs even when we listen to CDs. But there's something to be said about listening to the story of an entire album.
That's why I love
Sitting
vinyl.
down and you'd pull the artwork out and you'd look at it and you'd read the words along with it. You could actually tell what Eddie Vedder was saying sometimes.
I used to do that back in the day with like Rage. And then my brother was like a huge Korn fan. And then I was like, oh, Korn. And then I was like, yeah, no, I don't like them anymore.
Rage Against the Machine opened up for U2 on their Pop Mart tour at the University of Utah.
Really?
Another
I loved-
great moment.
I loved
'Cause
Rage
here's the
back in the
thing:
day, like
they weren't even
sixth
on the
grade.
bill. They weren't even on the bill. It
Wow.
was just U2 concert, and then Rage Against the Machine gets added, which was like it was U2's first visit ever to Salt Lake. I think it was 1997, and then Rage gets added, and nobody knew what Rage was gonna do. I think half the crowd was like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Check, check, check! We're Rage Against the Machine from Los Angeles, California." Then they just proceed to burn the place down, blew it up. Amazing.
I love Rage.
Did you ever listen to Inside Out back in the day? Zach's original band
No,
before Rage Against the Machine.
no.
Oh my
What
God.
tour was that?
Put it on. Pop Mart when they were
Pop?
Yeah, Pop.
So you two came out
Pop music.
and did like, it was you two?
Yeah,
So they
Rage
came out
Against the
and did
Machine
like
opened for you too.
staring at the sun and
Yeah, Lemon, all that stuff.
So after that would be weird to follow.
It
All that high
was a
energy,
weird
like,
it was a weird
screw
pairing,
the
but-
man, you know.
dude.
And
For,
then
at that age, like the $60 ticket, for me, it made it way worth it. Gangstar, going back to rap, opened for Rage Against the Machine at the Maverick Center or West Valley, and they got in like a big old brawl on the stage. Like the DJ was punching the crap out of somebody else who punched him, and he didn't have any headphones. And then they went on with the mixing, and the guy's like, "My boy spins with no headphones. That's how badass he is."
So speaking of music, any upcoming concerts over the summer that you guys are stoked about, excited
Glass
about?
Animals is coming May 29th to Urban Lounge. Just look them up.
I've actually never listened to him.
It's not punk, but you will go home and
I don't listen
get
to
your
a whole
groove
lot
on.
of punk anymore.
Yeah, punk's dead.
Yeah, dude, punk's dead.
Punk will
Punk's
never
dead.
die.
Sorry, punk.
Punk
I don't know.
just
I
lies
mean,
dormant
I
for a
listen to
while, but then it
everything.
comes
I
back.
listen to a lot of
Yeah.
random like it's not like I just listen to this. It's like I have all kinds of weird music on my phone.
Here's the best app. Band is in town.
Okay.
that's
Band
cool.
is in town. Just tells
that's
you
cool.
everything that's coming up.
And for some reason, I can picture Travis up at Red Butte Gardens.
Never been to a concert at
with like a little wine, some rice cakes.
The family out on
He
the
said he wasn't gonna
blanket.
take a shot at your wing. I think he
is
just
really
did.
doing it for me this year.
I can tell you the last concert I went to. If you can,
What was it?
William Fitzsimmons. Not really a concert. It was just like a low key singer songwriter guitar style. He's a huge beard.
Really?
Yeah, I found him on like MySpace way back in the day just because of his beard, and then I got into his music. It's pretty cool. I like that guy, William Fitzsimmons.
Do you find here's a question. Since you are comedians, doing the comedian thing, the stand up thing, do you find yourself listening to more stand up albums than music? Or do you not listen to any like stand up albums?
I don't listen to any stand up anymore.
Really?
I try not to listen to too much stand up because I don't want it to like I'm always scared that it's going to seep in my head and then one day I'm going to be like, "Oh, that's mine." And then somebody's like, "Hey, that's his." Like I'm always scared of that, but if anything, I don't like if I really want to listen to the album, I'll buy it. Like I bought like Jesselneck's last album, Caligula. I bought that one because I wanted to hear it, and then I bought like John Reap's album, and then my buddy I don't know if he's my buddy, but I feel like we're friends. Lachlan Patterson,
He's our buddy.
He was on
remembers
Last Comic Standing this last season, and I bought his album just because I wanted to listen to it and just like support, So I don't
He's a
buy.
good dude.
Yeah, he's a way good dude. Fucking funny. Other than that, I haven't really bought any comedy albums. Like I've been trying to delete them off my phone, and it's deleted like the majority of it, and then I'll be listening to music. Then all of a sudden, like somebody's bit comes in. I'm like, ugh, I wish I should just get rid of this.
I'll watch specials. But
Yeah, I'll watch specials.
I'm not
on
really
Netflix.
into just listening to the audio of comedy.
Well, because I listen to so many podcasts, it's ridiculous.
I do too.
know?
I listen
to
quite a
podcasts,
few.
too.
Oh, so you
Not
guys
a
are,
lot.
you guys
So
are
I'll
pod-
listen to comedians on podcasts.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're doing even if they're doing bits, like I started listening to Todd Glass show. I love that show.
It's a
so
fantastic
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, I just barely got into it like 4 months ago, and I'm like halfway through.
So when you find a new podcast, do you go back to
Yeah.
all the back episodes?
Yeah, I'm really OCD like that.
do that
It's-
too.
Yeah.
I did that with Pete Holmes. That's the one I like. I can't wait for new stuff to come out. You Made It Weird.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I went back and listened to all those too. I mean, like
I just listened to
Nerdist.
one
I'm
today
never
with
going to do
Judd
that with
Apatow.
Nerdist or WTF.
Yeah, I can't get into
heart-
Barron's.
I
See,
used
and
to
I love-
love
I
Marin.
think-
Good
love-
interviewer.
I look at who he's got
Marin's
on now.
good.
If it's somebody interesting, I'll listen. If it's
Yeah.
not, it's like delete.
But see, that's why I like Pete Holmes. Is even if it's because I did that at first, and then I went back and looked at the ones I didn't listen to,
right.
and he has so many like interesting people on there. Like it's even if it's just like some random person,
It's cool when they have somebody on we know too.
yeah.
That's pretty rad.
How many germs are in your beard?
In my beard?
Yeah, versus Jacob's beard, and then
I heard
from what
they
I
have
understood, you got some feelings on that.
Oh yeah,
We were talking
About the
beard
poo
game
beard.
before because apparently Jacob had one down to his belt, and
My belly button.
you have one that's just. I know that's why you're popular because your beard's so glorious.
No, it's not. Dude, I look at it sometimes and I'm like, man, I got to shave that fucker off.
Someday.
I got to shave it off. I
That's
do
the
that
whole thing about having a beard.
is to want to shave it off.
Shaving it off.
Yeah.
My time hop for the past, I don't know what, a couple months. It's like 2 years ago. I was like, I'm going to shave off my beard like every day. I'm going to shave off my beard. Like, so I used to say it all the time.
Well, the longest I've gone is
remember.
like 8 months without shaving it. Then I shave it off. Then I grow it another 5, 6, 7 months, and I shave it off.
Okay,
You
so
gotta-
I
you
got
gotta
some.
at least
I'm
go to
keeping
the-
mine trim.
You've never made it to the year?
You look sharp.
No.
You got it.
You have to go to the year before.
Do the yeared.
You have to do the year.
Beard.
The year of the beard. You have
How
to
do you
do
feel?
the year. man.
Would you go around Salt Lake? Like, I feel like we went through the beard renaissance that everyone else did too. But
I feel like I started the beard renaissance.
I think it's still going on here in Salt Lake.
It really is, man. And
Yeah.
it's, I've had people, when I had my beard, and I used to just talk about it all the time on like social media and stuff like that. I had so many friends delete me because of it. Like, cause I used to make jokes about me and my beard are going to go get some pizza. Me and my beard are going to go do this. Like, it just became like this weird thing. And then I started writing jokes about it. And then I noticed that a lot of my friends deleted me off of Facebook, and I was like, dude, what happened? They're like, dude, you talk about your beard so much. Like, cause it was just like, I've never grown my beard like that, and it was just cool as shit to me. And then when I cut it off, the one friend I'm talking about, he started growing his beard, and then that's all he fucking talks about. And I'm like, I want to write him and be like, you see what I meant? Like when I fucking talked about my beard so much, like.
Also, this is what it means right now, buddy, to be following a trend. You're welcome for.
Yeah.
I love beards. I think beards are awesome.
I've always, I'm with you, dude. My dad always had a beard, and I always couldn't wait to like have one.
Whether it's trendy or not,
Right.
it's an awesome trend that you can get away with beards.
Yeah.
Jacob talked me into growing one.
I did, dude, and he had like a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah,
and
I
I was
usually
like,
had a
dude,
5
I was like,
o'clock
dude, you
shadow
look
going on.
handsome with a fucking beard.
I think you look.
You should. I was like, you should
excellent,
just grow
Travis.
that shit
Makes
out.
me look a little thinner.
And then he was just like, no, man, I'm not going to do it. And then
It's well
his
trimmed,
wife
too.
was
Look
like,
at Travis's
no.
neckline.
I just trimmed that today
It's really good.
for you guys.
I think there's
can form
there's
a-
girls
you
that
can
if you
form
don't
a
have
good
a beard,
jawline.
you're out.
Yeah.
See, and that's
That's
what's
a barrier to entry. Like, hey, you got the beard? Yeah,
It's true.
okay.
But see, when
You
I had
don't?
my big beard,
Get away from me.
they were attracting
Lose my
the
number.
wrong kind of women. Like, yeah, the scary kind.
See, every time I shave my beard off, I
That's
get a lot
good
of shit
point. There's
from women.
there's
Some
probably a
scary bearded
range.
chicks like that love it. They're like, I love your
You see
beard.
in that range, you shave it off, dates dry up, you grow it too long. The girls with multiple
creepy ones.
tattoos
See,
and
and
their
that's- I
chains
can't-
from their nipples to their ears
the
come
trailer
out.
park
I
girls come
can't
out.
win either way.
You can win. What are you talking about? You're a winner. You're a champion, Chris.
Because I feel like I can't get them with it. But then if I shave the beard off, then I get shit and they're like, whoa, why'd you shave your beard off?
No, but see, dude, that happened to me too. Like, dude, this is
Where
why.
were you when I had it?
No, dude,
That's
get
what I
this.
want.
There's so many times that, like, after a show when I had my big beard, like, I'd have, like, some of the most attractive women come up to me and just go, oh my God, I love your beard. And then just, like, molest my face. And they're like, oh, I love beards so much. And then they'd walk, and then a guy would walk up and he'd have no beard, a handsome looking guy. And then she'd be like, okay, cool, see you later. And then leave with him. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck happened to you molesting my face? Like, come home with me. Like, I know I don't look like that guy, but you were saying beard. I got that beard. And then, like, that happens so much. Like, all these chicks are like, I just love beards. And then they're with a guy that doesn't have one. Like, at all. Like, clean shape.
That's why they love it. They want
I was
something
just
they
like,
can't have.
come
Yeah.
on.
Same, man.
But back to your original question, how many germs are in my beard? I keep it clean.
Well, I read
I shampoo it.
Okay.
So I keep it clean.
Do you put oil in
Yeah,
it?
I don't buy that. I don't buy that.
I read that your beard's supposed to be like full of poo. I don't know.
I don't buy that study because
Germs
Because they're
everywhere.
eating pussy all day.
There you go. Half
you're-
of that
if you're
beard
getting germs-
isn't where you think it is.
Well, I think a lot of it is if you're getting germs on your hands because you're not washing them properly, or it's on your phone because you're using your phone while you're on the toilet.
Or they
well, guess
interviewed
what?
homeless
That's
people.
going to be on your face if you don't have a beard. It's
it's on
still
your-
going to get there, no
Yeah,
matter
you-
what that
You have
is.
shit on your face right now. No
Right.
beard. No beard over there.
And
Look at that 5 o'clock
who did they
shadow.
test? A bunch of dirty college students?
Yeah.
I was eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
buy it.
Like, was it yesterday? And all I did was smell peanut butter all day because it got in my, mustache.
See, I hated that. I never grew the mustache out with my beard. Like I couldn't do the mustache part. But then there was one hair that got away that was part of my mustache that grew as long as my beard. No joke. It was like right here where the edge of my lip, and it was like out to there. I'm like, does that mean my mustache can get that long?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just boom. That'd be insane.
I hit a weird point today, or actually it was last night. I trimmed my beard down today because the mustache part was getting a little long.
hate the
and then
mustache.
I had this like rogue nose hair that was sticking out too far. And it felt like my nose was sword fighting my top lip or something. It was, I was like, I got to trim both of
Like,
those things
who
now.
the hell are you? We've been here for years.
Dude,
You're not taking over this face.
I'm a fearless nose hair plucker.
Dude, I
I
did.
will go deep. I don't care if I sneeze for like an hour.
I did
I'm like,
one-
you're out of here. Get out of my face.
I did one
those
once,
black ones.
and it was the worst feeling I've ever had in my life. Oh
Yeah,
my
you just
God.
gotta get
I
over that. Be brave.
Like my eyes started watering, and then I started sneezing. Like
I think I would wax it. I think I would try
Is that a
once.
thing?
Yeah, you can.
You can wax your nose.
Yeah, they like put wax up there with a little.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Where can we go do that?
like a tongue depressor.
Let's go
thing.
do
Hey,
that.
I tell you
Rip it
what,
out.
Let's go do that and Snapchat it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll come clean. I went to Stephen Corral, got my back waxed just because I felt like I should once. There's a
I wanna
picture
do
of
that.
you on the wall, and it says, "Hey, girl."
Hey, girl.
Wait, there's a picture of Jacob.
Oh,
on
wait,
the
wait.
wall?
No, sorry. It's Ryan Gosling. It says, "Hey, girl. Hang in there. Like
Skinny
you
Jacob
got
Leigh.
this."
I don't see the whole Ryan Gosling
look,
thing.
You can
but
look him eye to eye while you get your nose waxed and be like, "Hey, Jacob."
I just hope more women see it.
I look
He
like
kinda
a
does
younger
look
C. Thomas Howell.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
I'm looking
Yeah,
him
you
up.
do. Look him up. Look him up. Look him up.
I
And
don't know that one.
he was in The Outsiders.
Oh, wait. I love the
See,
outside.
I looked just
Thomas.
like him when I was younger.
Which one's him?
He's on Twitter.
Was
Do
it Pony
you?
Boy? No.
Pony Boy? Oh, I know who you're talking about. He's the one that's on Wayne's World.
Is he on Wayne's World?
That's what you're talking
Is he
about.
Thomas
Pony
Howell?
Boy Curtis.
Maybe he was.
Or is it Soda Pop?
Yeah. Turn towards me.
He
Who
looks
is it?
like he's got cancer,
You
but
do
other than
kinda
that,
have-
Who is
yeah,
it?
Yeah,
You're improving on what he
I wanna
started.
see.
yeah. He's like 15, 20 years older than me.
I put my phone in my pocket. I can't see.
Here,
You got to bring up one picture.
Let me see.
one picture and zoom it.
I'm wasting precious airtime right now.
C. Thomas
air.
Howell
Go to this one.
took
That's
weight
it.
gainer in high school.
Go.
There you go.
Nope.
Who is he in Outsiders?
He's in Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man. He's the crane operator.
I see it.
All right, guys.
He's been all sorts of stuff.
Please have a better
I don't know who that
doppelganger
is.
next time.
Yeah,
So you don't have to
I
go so
can't. I
deep.
can't help it. It's just my face. I'm trying to change my face.
Just really unique, you guys. I'm really unique.
Somebody said Fat Val Kilmer, but I don't see it.
Oh,
He's
dude,
fat
I
on
love
his
Val
own.
Kilmer.
So June
You mean
4th.
you look like
Yeah.
the fat version of him?
Oh yeah, let's get back to why we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Getting a little off topic here, guys.
we're going for
Yeah.
2 hours.
Anyway, June 4th, Wise Guys,
4th.
$10. I'm going to put the complete lineup at the show notes, imsaltlake.com/170. We're actually going to be doing another episode, probably be up in a couple weeks with the road home.
They're doing great work.
Ryan and myself are going to probably go down there
Ryan
and
Gosling?
chat with them. I've been in touch with those.
We won't have a car
folks.
full of boys.
And so that way you guys can find out a little bit about their story, find out what the road home is doing for the community. Jacob and Travis are going to be part of the comedy show June 4th, Thursday at
It
Wise
really is
Guys.
going to be a
So
great
come out
show.
and see if I actually
Even if
do
you
look
just
like
want
Ryan
to see a
Gosling.
great show and you don't want to, help the homeless of Utah, it's going to be an amazing show. It really is. It's a great lineup. Like you're not going to see a lineup like that very often.
Why wouldn't somebody want to help the homeless?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
I don't know, man. I
mean-
make sandwiches for me.
I think about it. Like I wanted to do it because I think about it all the time. Like you walk around downtown and you see people and you don't know, is that just a person trying to scam people? Is that person actually really suffering?
The guys with the signs are kind of hard because it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it is kind of hard. And even the road home will say, give us the money and we will help the people that need it.
See, I like it better that way.
Right.
Or if it's like a hardcore, like alcoholic homeless guy, then it's like, then I know this guy.
But there's
like,
so many
needs
reasons
the
people are
money.
homeless. I mean, some people are alcoholics or drug addicts, and that sucks.
Or,
but there's families where they just fell on hard times.
Well, we're all a paycheck away, they say,
Right.
pretty much.
I
well, not
honestly
maybe
am.
everybody. I don't think Ryan is. But,
you're not a
paycheck
paycheck away?
Oh, yeah. I don't even
I
have
mean,
a job.
I feel
so quickly
Like,
we
you
can
guys
all
all
get
your
there.
roommates?
If something happened to me, it could happen.
Yeah.
Medical emergencies, all sorts of things. Then there's kids getting kicked out of their house because they're gay or whatever, and that's a terrible thing. And they help kids with that. There's all sorts of things. Women leaving their husbands because of domestic violence and taking the kids with them.
Yeah.
And they've got nowhere to go. I mean, there's so many reasons that people are homeless right now, and they help with all of them. They gave me a few stats. Like,
Yeah, let's
last year they helped 7,082 people. They helped in their homeless shelter. 7,000 people. 681 families. That's 2,395 people.
It's like the population of Grantsville.
Well, we've got 10,000.
But who's counting?
But 1,348 of those were children. And they also do like this rapid rehousing program where if it's a family that just, they had a medical emergency or job loss or whatever, and they lose their house. Well, they will help put them in like temporary housing. Most of them are actually still working. They've still got their job. They just have nowhere to live because they got behind on payments and banks don't have a heart. So they end up, either trying to live with family members. If they don't have family members, they're just scrambling around. Sometimes they're staying at the road home, but they actually have programs where they will put them up in whether it's apartments or help them get, another loan for a house. And they have an 87% success rate on those people maintaining that residence. So most of the people that we're talking about aren't just like lazy or whatever it is that we tell ourselves when we walk past them and we don't help them out. It's good people. It's a lot. It's mostly good people.
Is there a goal you're trying to raise? Is there a certain amount you would like to raise?
It holds.
By doing this?
It holds 300 people, $10 a ticket. I want to give the road home $3,000 that night. That's my goal.
That'd be awesome.
I think so. Yeah, but that's my goal. So hopefully we can get 300 people in there.
That'd be amazing.
Is there a way? Are tickets just gonna be at the door? Can they buy them in advance?
You can go on wiseguyscomedy.com, and that actually helps because we kind of know
who's coming,
what to expect, and that helps out a lot. But you can buy them at the door too. Either way, the money's going to go to the road home. So,
and I'll get a link for that on the website, IamSaltLake.com website for the show notes. I mean, it's a great cause.
It's just one of those things where I always thought if I ever do anything in comedy, I want to pay my bills with comedy and I want to do good things. And then I just started thinking one day, I'm like, I have enough connections now. I can do something now. Why wait till this imaginary future that might never come?
Yeah.
Well, we've all seen your stand-up, so
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Travis is very funny.
Standing ovation stand up. No.
Well, cool.
People shrieking, running down the aisles back and forth, stand up.
Let's run down the list, Jacob. How can people find you on the social medias?
Facebook, / comedian Jacob Leigh. I'm on Instagram at Jacob Leigh with a K. And Leigh is spelled Leigh. Same thing on my Twitter. Same thing on my Snapchat. And what the hell else am I on?
Instagram?
I just said Instagram.
Oh, did you say Instagram?
Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat are all at Jacob Leigh, JAKOBLEIGH.
You scored that one. That's pretty good.
I did. I
you were
scored
able to
that.
get
That
them all
was me.
Jacob
That was
Leigh.
all me. So I'm like, I should change my name to that because then it'll.
And just tell people you're
me.
German. You're fine.
Yeah. But yeah, follow me and let me know if I really do look like a fat Ryan Gosling.
What about you, Travis? How can people connect with you online?
You can look for me on Facebook, just Travis Tate. It's me standing in front of a brick wall that says Wise Guys. That's me. I've also got a alternate comedy page on Facebook, Travis Tate Funny. Don't do a ton of that stuff with that. Instagram Travis Tate Funny, and Twitter Travis Tate Funny. And if you follow me on Twitter, you'll get this nice Hank Hill picture.
Ooh, that is nice.
Is that funny?
Wow.
That's in my backyard. Got the fence. Got the
clean
leaves.
shave.
Yeah.
That's a
You want to see that?
It's worth.
I've got
going
the
to Travis
Hank Hill
Tate
picture.
Funny just to see
go to
that.
Travis Tate Funny on
really
Twitter
good.
just so you can see my Hank Hill picture.
heading there to
I'm pretty
favorite.
proud of that.
Send that to me. I'm going to put.
right.
I want to start getting more pictures on
right.
the show notes for the podcast.
It's not the most flattering picture.
That is pretty funny, though.
No, you killed.
Definitely
that picture.
some love handles going on, but
I like the Wreck-'em Ralph one that you did.
oh yeah, I've got a Wreck-It Ralph one too.
funny.
I'm following you.
I don't cosplay. I do go to Comic-Con, but I don't cosplay. But
I love Comic-Con.
You know what, Ryan? And I don't think we've ever. How can people connect with you online?
Ryan Scott Prince. There you go. Twitter and Instagram.
Isn't there like a number 6 or something in there somewhere?
I changed it. I just changed it. I decided to bail on the number 6 and just
Ryan.
go middle name to get the online real estate.
You
like
gotta-
you're talking about, like
you-
getting
you-
your own name.
Got to get it.
You need to tweet more, or
Maybe
something.
I will. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll tweet more.
I love
tweet more.
tweeting.
Tweet. Well, I need to tweet more.
I'll throw it out. I do. I've got things to tweet.
Yeah.
I tweet all the time.
sometimes I feel like tweeting.
tweet
You're
around.
just like
Should we
saying
read our last
something in
tweets?
an empty room.
I don't.
read
my
your
last
last
tweet was probably
Read it. Who cares?
Mentioning.
I'll read
no.
mine.
Let's read it. Read your last tweet. Come on. Let's
Deleting
see.
my
Let's
last
see how
tweet now
great
that
it
you
is.
said that.
Okay, I got
No,
mine. I
read
got
it.
mine up.
Read yours then.
Suddenly Susan was a dumb name for a show starring Brooke Shields, but would be a perfect name for a show starring Bruce Jenner.
That's
Not a
good.
single favorite or retweet.
That's funny.
Wait. My last tweet was. I'm not going to read my.
Read it.
No.
Come on. Who cares?
Episode 169 is now available. Tim Smith from Ogden's Own Distillery joins us and tells his story. Take a listen. Boom.
That's good.
See, that was the last
Read
tweet.
yours, Ryan.
My mom is so awesome. So grateful for her. She keeps getting better. Happy Mother's Day to all of the moms out there.
Hey guys, Ryan
beautiful
Prince
picture.
just followed me.
Yeah, you guys, I did.
You guys want to hear mine?
Because of that
following him
picture of
back.
Hank Hill. What do you got?
So my ex-girlfriend called me twice, then texted me and said, "Sorry, I must have butt dialed you." And I said, "Oh, so you're saying that ass misses me?" I got one favorite. So stupid. It's the kind of gold I'm fucking tweeting.
Like, I quit him.
I quit. I love
I
Twitter,
hate
though.
Twitter.
It's getting fun.
Many thanks goes out to Jacob Leigh and Travis Tate for coming and joining us on this episode of the podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I had a great time finding out what they've been up to and finding out about the benefit show at Wise Guys Comedy Club June 4th to benefit the Road Home Homeless Shelter. Again, the website for the podcast, iamsaltlake.com. Make sure you're following on Twitter at iamsaltlake. Connect on Facebook, I Am Salt Lake. Instagram, I Am Salt Lake. Make sure you're subscribed in iTunes or Stitcher Radio or however you listen to podcasts, as we have a brand new episode each and every week where we talk to people here in Salt Lake City, find out their story, find out what they're up to, and find out what they're doing to make Salt Lake City the city that it is today. Again, my name is Chris Hollifield. You guys have a great week. Thank you so much to each and every one of you, and we'll catch you again real soon.